Alright, what's going on, guys? Jeff here, back again with my video. So today, we are going to be talking about why the market is going to be going through very, very rough patches in the very, very near future. So this just came in yesterday night. That the US came to talk about how Russia could invade the Ukraine at any one point of time. So we could be seeing Russia invade Ukraine anytime before the Beijing Olympics, all the way to after the Olympics. And US is giving the Americans in Ukraine 24 to 48 hours to get out of the country safely. So yeah, right now that's kind of the whole situation. Of course, the financial markets are not really taking this very well, because if we're expecting some sort of invasion, and US is going to be tightly, closely involved with this entire situation, the financial market is definitely not having it. So yeah, that's kind of one of the bigger situation that actually came out. Actually, today I wanted to talk about more of how you can actually play with options in a sideways market. But I think this is actually hold more precedent in my current list of concerns for the market. Of course, this is also just one issue. There are also two more issues that is actually scaring the financial market a little bit more. So the second item, the concern that we would actually be looking at would be Federal Reserve Bullard actually came out 2 days ago saying that they are actually intending to increase by 100 basis point by July, aka going up by 1% for the interest rates by July of 2022. So previously we were actually thinking about how we will only have 5 rate hikes of 25 basis point every single every single point of the way. Right now, Bullard is saying that we are going to be having 1% by July, which is the half year mark essentially, and we are only going to be starting tapering in March, which kind of brings the fear into the market, thinking that there is a good chance that we are going to be getting 50 basis point now, and then we're going to get another 50 basis point in the July FOMC meeting, and that's kind of how you actually get your whole 100 basis point increment. Of course, Bullard is a very, very hawkish politician in the Federal Reserve, so we do not really want to say that his views are what Jerome Powell would likely be doing as well. Of course, they go by a vote, so I'm very, very convinced that during the dot plotting of the December FOMC meeting minutes, Bullard probably had his dot somewhere in the 1.2, somewhere in the 6 rate hikes area, which I wouldn't really be surprised about as well. So yeah, I'm not sure if the Federal Reserve is weaponizing Bullard, according to what Kevin Peffreff said on Yahoo Finance in an interview. I'm not sure if the Federal Reserve intends to weaponize Bullard and just bring him out and just be the first person to kind of bring out the rumors that the Federal Reserve are okay with a 1% by the July of 2022. We're not sure if that's what the Federal Reserve is going to go after. But of course, I am not going to be completely dismissive over the fact that that would actually be a possibility as well. So, like I said, this is going to be quite scary for us to really look forward to, in a sense, because I'm not sure if the market can really handle a 50 basis point increment. Of course, if we were to increase it by 25% every single FOMC meeting of the way, we'll eventually hit 50 basis point after 2 rate hikes. It doesn't really matter, of course, and if we actually see it from a bigger point of view, chances are we don't really care about a 50%, a 50 basis point increment either, because at the grand scheme of things, we are expecting 1.25%. And if you have a 50 basis point increment now, you can just have 3 more 25 basis point increment, and we'll still end up at the 1.25% by the end of 2022. So I don't think a 50 basis point would really destroy us. However, by what Bullard is saying, getting 100 full basis point by July would definitely be a little bit threatening to the financial market, and I can see why people are a little bit worried. All right, and then lastly, And I would also like to say last and least, because it is not so important, but the entire market is also trying to price this in as well, which is the Feds are actually having an emergency meeting on Monday before the market is going to be open. And usually they have this sort of closed meeting once a week or once every 2 weeks. Of course, we're not really very concerned, of course, but after the market saw the CPI data of 7.5% year over year, people are actually a little bit worried. And they are thinking that, chances are this emergency meeting is going to be talking about the monetary policy. There is a good chance that, okay, well, I would say there is a good chance because this meeting could just be any other meeting where they just meet up to talk about some of the policies that they are going to be doing in the 15 to 16 March policy. But I don't think it is going to be that important. So I'm not going to be that worried for now, which is why I said it's last and also least. However, we cannot dismiss the fact that there could also be a possibility where they actually end the taper prematurely, where we actually end the taper right now. Well, on Monday, they can actually end the taper and then immediately start doing a rate hike, which is including an additional 0.25% in increment in the rates thereafter. So these are the three things that I think I'm very, very worried about in the financial market. And also in those order as well, which is the Russia invading Ukraine. The second would be the Bullard doing the whole 100 basis point increment, and also lastly would be the emergency Fed meeting. I don't think the emergency Fed meeting would amount for much, but of course, we can never be too careful. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna have for this video. I'm just gonna do a very short one, just to get my opinion out there. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.